Welcome to another Omenani series with Tobo Sigwe Ikolomuo. I want to discuss about 7 Igbo concepts that forms the worldview of Igbo, the Igbo cosmology. For you to understand Igbo cosmology, Igbo worldview, you have to be accustomed with these 7 Igbo concepts that I want to discuss today. Is a word that you will keep coming across with. At times, there are several misconceptions or multifaceted meanings to these words. For some, I'm trying to give a proper definition or my own definition for some of us who are coming back to Ordinana or who wants to understand the Igbo culture. You have to have a clear, vivid understanding of these Igbo concepts I want to explain today. The first one is Ikenga. Ikenga means strength. Ike, the symbol of a man's strength. The symbol of a man's strength. Ikenga nwoke, Igbos will say, Ikenga nwoke adịghị ila wa ya nkọ. That means if a man's strength, what symbolizes a man's strength, does not live up to expectation, but in the literal meaning of this, they are trying to tell you that it symbolizes a man's strength. A man is supposed to have something, and should I call it a wood, a carved something that symbolizes this strength that he goes to propitiate in the morning or anytime he deems fit. This symbol of a man's strength is his she and ndi she. His she and ndi she, or at times just his she. So there is a carving that symbolizes it, a physical carving that symbolizes it. Ikenga nwoke, that's the meaning. On Ikenga nwoke adrile awaya anko. Ikenga walada ajuoyi. Ikenga nwoke. Aki Ikenga. The right hand. And you know that the right hand mainly is the most active hand. That is why some people call the right hand Aki Ikenga. So it's kind of strength. Not kind of. Ikenga means strength. Ikenga means strength. So and a man's indi she, the central, the tripod that props up a man, that are important in a man's journey. So Ikenga is for men. Ikenga is for men, and it symbolizes a man's strength. That masculinity, man. That masculinity, that strength that makes man. That if you want to change the tire of your car, you call a man. You want to push a broken down vehicle, you call a man. You want someone to lift something, you call a man. You want something that involves physical strength, you call a man. So Ikenga means strength. This is what it means. And the driving force behind a man's strength is his she. So then the Igbo symbolizes this in a carving, in a carved wood, where you go to propitiate your she or your indi she. The symbol of the man's strength. The second concept that we need to understand is Arobinago. Some people think that Arobinago means deity. Arobinago is not a deity. Arobinago is not a deity. Though someone can create, an individual can create a deity, and he refers to that deity as his Arobinago. What he's trying to tell you is that this is what is working for him. Arobinago Mado actually means the sum total of a man or a family's PowerPoint. As in, when we say Arobinago at family level, it means the sum total of that family's PowerPoint. At times, in some cases, it means a particular PowerPoint that the family is using that propels the success of the family. an individual, it means at times it can mean a particular PowerPoint that is propelling the success of that particular individual. But its extended meaning means the sum total of what is working for the person or for the family. Arobinago, it means the sum total, be it agu, be it she, be it indishi, be it ogwanolanu, be it whatever, the kune, alose, whatever, the sum total. That's the Arobinago. However, we also have when it means a particular PowerPoint, a specific PowerPoint at individual or family level. This is what Arabinago means. It does not actually mean Alusi or something. No, it means PowerPoint, the sum total of an individual or a family's PowerPoint. Now, the third one is Okuku. Okuku. Okuku varies. We have Okuku Agu. Most people look for Okuku. That means this is a kind of, is a calabash. Okuku is a calabash. So, someone that has been initiated, that has been baptized into Agu. They arrange Okuku for the person. Is a PowerPoint, is a kind of transference of power. So this power, some people believe is psychic. Some people relate it to witchcraft, but is PowerPoint. Now we have Okuku Ogu. That is different from Oyalola Ogu. This one is when something is prepared for someone. For example, this Okite some people are doing now, I think is, should I call it an abused version of Okuku? In the olden days, if you are looking for a particular power, like someone who wants power to make money, at times they use it. When they prepare that power for you, it comes in a form of Okuku, and they ask you to hang it in a particular place. They can prepare a power that is for protection, a defensive kind of power that is for protection, for security. They can prepare it in form of Okuku. That's why I said Okuku is of two types, Okuku Ogu and Okuku Agu. Those who have been baptized into Agu, most of them, they arrange Okuku for them that Agu goes with. Now, there are some certain people who are also looking for one form of psychic power, or even wealth, or power for specific reason. And that power comes in form of Okuku. And the main thing is that Okuku majorly is hanged. Most Okuku are hanged. So you can come inside the building or inside an obi, you see the Okuku hanging. Those are PowerPoints. Now, the fourth one is Alusi. Alusi means deity. That's the English word of deity. Any man-made deity is an Alusi. Any man-made deity is an Alusi. At times we refer to some gods as Alusi. But some gods are not man-made. For example, we are from Unewi. Edo is not a man-made deity. So Edo is a goddess, but it's not a deity in a form of Alusi that was made with human hand. No. That was arranged by some priest. No. By some Dibias. No. Some people say that Alusi means Alokose. We must understand that in the olden days, that our ancestors did not have police. They did not have army. Police, what's the function of police? The function of police is to do what? Maintain law and order internally within a nation, within a state. What is the function of army? The function of army is to defend the territorial integrity of a nation. And if there is war, they go for war. So it has to do more of external. Now, the function of if you lump the function of police and army together, you get the function of an Alusi in a community. In the olden days, our ancestors do not have police and army. What they have is Alusi. Is Alusi that majorly goes to war on behalf of a community. It's Alusi that maintains law and order in the community. There is no stealing, there is no breakdown of law and order, there is no kind of subjugation. All these things are treated by Alusi. It's the job of Alusi to ensure that there is law and order in the community. That is why up to today, it is hard for the Igbos to maintain law and order despite with police. Because their ancestors, the people that created the Igbo communities that make up the present day Igbo land, they don't know what police is. What they use to maintain law and order is Alusi. That's why you can have several types of Alusi in a particular community, and the Alusi are carrying out different functions. Some Alusi, their specific function is to make sure that nobody comes into that community to kidnap someone. Some Alusi, their own function is to ensure that there is nobody steals in that community or commits a kind of crime in that community. So Alusi means deity. Alusi means deity. It is created by human beings to protect community from breakdown of law and order and to ensure that there is no form of external attack in that community. Akwale. Some people call it Odomumu. Some people call it Akwale Omumu. Akwale is created in a big compound. Every large compound ought to have Akwale. The essence of Akwale is to ensure that there is children in that compound, that Obi is sustained, that big family is sustained, that at no point Nangulu family Echiro. You know, in the Igbos, you answer Ameshina, Ameshi, Ameshina. That means that this big compound will not come to a point that there will be no form of continuity. Nobody to carry on. So the Igbos always ensure that there is Odomumu in big compounds. So this Odomumu is what we call Akwale. Akwale means fertility. Akwale means fertility. And Unuafa is Akwarale. I think that's where the Akwale comes from. Because Akwale, the word in Unuafa, is aqua. Akwarale. That's what Akwale sounds in Onuafa. So I think it's from there that is corrupted to Akwale, and it means fertility. So it's to ensure that a compound is fertile. Ado Akwale, that means if an Akwale is instituted in a community, in a compound at family level, is to ensure that there is continuity, that there is no point that there is no children in that compound. The sixth one is what? Epepala. If you hear an Igbo man talk about Epepala means Alpha divination. Alpha divination. This is what Epepala means. This is Epepala. When Igbo man says Epepala, there are several forms of divination, but this is the most prominent form of divination in Igbo land. This is Epepala. You see the Ugili. You see the Ugili. You see the Ubokboko. You see the string. This is salmon. Some people may not use salmon fish as wasa. Some people might use another thing in stringing the Epepala. So this is Epepala. Igbos believe so much in this. It's their own form of divination system. This is the most prominent form of divination system. Epepala. I say okay, if they say KJ Alpha can be of several types, but once they say KJ it's this that they are asking, that the person is talking of. So this is this tortoise shell is the bag for it, and this one is the impiato used for Epepala. Now the last one is what? Chi. The last one is Chi. She is one spiritual guide. She is one's spiritual guide, one's Lord and personal Savior. This is the most distinguishing feature of Igbo cosmology. What makes Igbo cosmology distinguishing is Chi. Is the most prominent word in Igbo culture. Chimado. Chi. That's why even up to date, Chi is always there. It's the most suffixed word in Igbo names. So she is the most potent force in everyone's physical existence. That's according to Igbo beliefs. This is why the Igbos believe that that death cannot come to someone. If you want to kill someone and the person she is not in such meeting, is not in the know, then you are wasting your time. Nothing will happen to that person. I have done several videos on Chi, so I'm not going to give a kind of elaborate meaning again on Chi. I just want us to know 7 concepts that forms Igbo worldview. Thank you.
If you love the video you will just watch, please like and subscribe, and also share the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you love it. Thank you.